Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to do a quick breakdown on One Championship 172 Takeru versus Rodtang. Guys, most of the time this is going to be just a purely UFC MMA channel. But this was a sick card, top to bottom, and One Championship does have some really entertaining fighters and some really good fights. Obviously, when it comes to purely MMA, they're definitely a little bit behind, but the striking, Muay Thai, kickboxing, the fights are really, really good. And this is one of those cards that was just packed top to bottom. So, we're going to go through the card, starting with the main event. Obviously, we're going to run through it pretty quickly, and I probably won't go through all the fights on the card, just because there's a lot of unknown names, and just a lot of fights in general. But right off the bat, Rodtang versus Takeru. This is a really, really good fight. Obviously in kickboxing, so no real clinching, no real holding, no catching kicks, all that stuff. But obviously Rodtang coming from that Muay Thai background and Takeru coming from that kickboxing background. Rodtang beat Takeru's ass. I was going to say but he beat his ass. Takeru's a really, really good kickboxer. He fought, I believe, a Superlek earlier. Superlek. And, I mean, he kind of just got destroyed. His leg got absolutely chewed up. This was a while ago, and this is his first fight back since then. He has good kickboxing. He has good hands, and I do think he should have done a lot better in a fight like this against Rodtang. He kind of got, not unlucky with how the fight ended, just got smoked right at the beginning with a good shot. And he was trying to counter Rodtang at the same time as Rodtang was coming in with these big hooks, and one of the big hooks just landed super clean and put him out. He wasn't able to get back up. Basically, this fight, Rodtang does what he always does. He came forward, like right off the bat. Takeru was landing a couple nice quick low kicks. That was about it at the beginning. And then Rodtang just kind of, he literally just he landed one good low kick as he was coming in, and then just rushed Takeru. Straight hook, hit him really good. Takeru's kind of wobbled, tries to get off the fence, and he hits him with another big hook as Takeru's trying to counter and throw and just put him down right away. I mean, great win from Rodtang. It was kind of a quick fight. It was kind of sad to see it over that quickly, because I would have loved to see them go back and forth and see what this fight actually looked like. But it is what it is. And Rodtang gets the dub and moves on. Rodtang's pretty undeniable at this point in flyweight kickboxing and Muay Thai. I think when you think about, I guess this flyweight for One Championship, just to go over quickly, is 135. But when you think about this weight class, man, he's pretty unbeatable. All right, Tawanchai PK Senchai versus Massaka Nori. I mean, these names are going to be tough for me to pronounce. Maybe that's why nobody does that in ONE FC fights. Anyways, Tawanchai is this, known southpaw kicker. He's one of the bigger names in Muay Thai / kickboxing. Obviously, all these guys are coming over and doing kickboxing fights, but he's really, really good striker, southpaw. He just knocked out Superbon, I believe, in his last fight, and he has this really good lead leg push kick, and this really, his left kick is just a thing of beauty. It's so fast, so quick. I've never seen Massaka Nori fight before, but he came out, and he does look very good, and he is very talented, but he was definitely a step behind Tawanchai this whole fight. Tawanchai was literally just keeping him at distance whenever he wanted with the lead push kick. He throws this lead push kick not straight with the feet, off to the side a bit. It's kind of in between a Taekwondo and your typical I guess Muay Thai front kick, and it just is amazing. It's not really necessarily the most damaging front kick, but it's just amazing at keeping people at bay. He's using it as a rangefinder the whole fight, and he's blasting low kicks. Lead leg low kicks, and also rear leg kicks everywhere from Tawanchai, just with that left leg smoking him. But he did a really good job of using his hands and his jab this whole fight. He was just constantly just jabbing with his lead hand, poking at Nori and really making it super hard for him to close the distance and landing big shots. He would come in whenever Nori would try to come in. Tawanchai would hit him with something and move off or throw a big knee. And he was, why did this round end? I believe this round ended in the second. This is a 5-round fight. I think it ended in the third round. Yeah, third round. And Massaka Nori took the dub. For the most part, this was not a masterclass by Tawanchai, but a very dominant fight. He was kicking his butt the whole way through. And Massaka Nori was constantly trying to pressure him, close the distance. He likes to fight in close. and he was getting close, but whenever you get close, Tawanchai would, again, like I said, would either clinch or, circle off, hit him with something and circle off. But he eventually got in close, and he threw a couple shots, had Tawanchai backing up. He hit him with a good body shot, and this body shot kind of lowered Tawanchai's hands a little bit, like not too much, it was down here. He was taking that time to recover, and as Massaka Nori was coming in, he tried to time it with a knee, and I think because he was hurt to the body a little bit, he was a little bit, less active keeping his hands up throwing this knee, and he threw the knee and just came over with a beautiful hook Massaka Nori did and knocked him out like cold. Like it was a really, really good knockout. Tawanchai was done right after that, and crazy upset. Not necessarily upset, but crazy win. Like after watching the first 2 rounds, he was not taking that. And up next we got Adriano Moares versus Yuya Wakamutsa. Man, these names are tough to pronounce. But basically, Adriano is the flyweight MMA GOAT of one championship after Demetrius. He's kind of had the title for a really long time. I have seen Yuya Wakamutsa fight before, and he is really talented, and he is really good. Obviously, Adriano has the insane advantage in the grappling just because he's a really, really high-level grappler, and that's what he's good at. And Yuya is more like this kind of striker who throws really heavy shots and has this ability to, like he did in this fight, one-shot KO somebody. And Adriano Moares was doing a really good job basically on the feet, keeping Yuya at bay, and also just whenever he did try to close the distance or hit him with any shots, he would clinch, or they would get to this position where, again, Adriano was trying to take him down, and Yuya was doing a good job of not getting taken down, but more or less, when it came down to it, Yuya just landed this huge bomb and KO'd Adriano. It was a really, really good KO, and I believe this was a big upset. I think most of the people had Adriano winning this fight for sure coming into it. So very, very good to see. It was cool to see these upsets, these new fighters from Japan. This was very much like a Japan versus the world card. Pretty much all the fighters on here were from Japan. But all in all, there were some really, really talented fighters. Up next, we've got Johnathan versus Sam. Dude, Johnathan Diabella, one of the most badass 125 strikers in the world, but from Canada, from Montreal, Quebec, and also from Italy and everywhere else. But very, very good striker. His kickboxing is insane. He's very technical kickboxing. He has very good strikes where he's throwing quick and fast, and also he can throw heavy. He can also kick with anybody. He's really, really, really talented. He's southpaw. But, dude's been training since he's 2, so he's been training forever. But he's up against Sam, and last time I saw Sam fight, bro is a little bit thick built. I think he's 42 now, but he is shredded. He is in way better shape than I saw him in the last fight, so good on him. This was I don't want to say it was a close fight. It was a close fight, but I had Johnathan Diabella winning every round of this fight. This is for the interim strawweight kickboxing world championship, so Johnathan Diabella again on that kickboxing world champion grind. But for the most part, Johnathan Diabella won the first couple rounds, just doing more, landing way more damaging shots. His in and outs with the strikes, the 1, 2, 3s, and just the leg kicks. They were both smashing leg kicks by the end of it, but the first 2 rounds, it was all Johnathan Diabella with the leg kicks, just destroying Sam A's calf and knee and leg. And dude, he was just he was just landing more. He was quicker by quite a bit, and when he was landing, it was really hurting Sam A. So it was a really good performance from Johnathan Diabella. I was very impressed. And the only time he did kind of get cut, but it was basically just from a headbutt, so it wasn't really anything that what he did wrong. It's just, for the most part, he took damage in this fight for sure, and Sam A did just try to get back into the fight and do really good in the last couple rounds, but for the most part, Johnathan Diabella just was in a different. He was 1 gear above Sam A the whole fight, and 1 skill level above Sam A the whole fight for sure. It was a close fight, but Johnathan Diabella was outstriking him and out techniquing him for the most part through the whole fight. This next fight, Kena Moramuta versus Pajit. I really didn't watch this fight that much. It was kind of like a back and forth kickboxing fight, but they're doing a lot of like catching kicks, clinching. They both got yellow cards, which in one championship is when you're either not active enough or basically like it's basically like getting a point taken away in UFC, but instead of a point, they do take points off the scorecard, but you also get a reduction in your purse. But they're both basically both doing kind of like a in between kickboxing Muay Thai fight. This fight, and it was pretty back and forth. It was really even the whole way through, but obviously Pajit got the win. Up next, we got Superlek versus Nabil Anand. So this is a crazy matchup, just because Superlek is like, dude, Superlek is known as like one of the best strikers, and by far he is. He is definitely one of the best strikers. But I feel like there's a lot of these guys that just kind of like, they get to this level, and we even see Rodtang do this a little bit, and we've even seen Tawanchai and some of the other guys like Superbon and Superlek, but they just, when they get to this high level, and like they're kind of like these like Thai stars, they're like the best fighters ever from Thailand or whatever, like their generation. And they've, to be fair, these guys have been doing it for literally their entire life. But they get to this point and they're kind of just like, I can just chill. Like I don't really need to like, oh, this is gonna be an easy fight, or like I don't need to focus in for this. Like a lot of the times you see these guys, they'll be missing weight. They'll, maybe not take the training camp seriously. The Superlek has missed weight a lot, and that shit can't fly. Like we gotta hold that guy accountable for that. Like you see us in his face right there in this picture. He's got this smug little look, like, well, our guy just missed weight again. Brother, you gotta stop missing weight. It's just unfair. Because also, this was a title fight for Nabil Anand, and Nabil Anand has been on a crazy win streak and had some really good fights. This was a title fight for Nabil Anand. Superlek misses weight, misses hydration, and not only do they take away the title fight from Superlek, they also take it away from Nabil Anand. So Nabil Anand, even if he wins, doesn't get the title, which is ridiculous. I mean, if Nabil Anand beats Superlek, who comes in overweight, which in the ring, Superlek did not look in the best shape. Like, he wasn't like fat, but he definitely wasn't shredded like he normally is. But if Nabil Anand beats Superlek, even though Superlek missed weight, he should still get the belt. Like, that's just a lose-lose for Nabil Anand, and he did nothing. And in this fight, obviously, Muay Thai, but Nabil Anand has got, this is an interesting fight because Nabil Anand's got literally the craziest build in sports, like in fighting combat sports. He's got this crazy build. He's fighting at 145 and he is 6'4". He's literally looks like one of those creepy things that comes out of a horror movie and chases you down at night. Like his arms, his legs, everything looks so tall for how skinny he is. Like, if you see a 6'4" person that's in good shape, you're like, or not even in good shape, like in medium shape, like, you're like, oh, like, whatever. But he's, like, skinny for, like, basketball player status. Anyways, wild build, but super hard to deal with. He's definitely, like, I believe before when they fought, it was at flyweight, so it's at 135, which I don't know how Nabil Anand makes 135. Also, I don't know how Superlek made 135 at one point, because he doesn't even dial in to make 145. But Nabil Anand, like, he's putting on a bit more muscle. And it's hard to say he put on muscle because he looks like this, but he's a little bit stronger and a little bit more just together as a, physically than he used to be, and it's really working for him. He has these crazy limbs, this crazy distance on him, and whenever he's landing, like, yeah, he has this reach, like, you can't even come in close to him, but he's landing these jabs, these 1-2s, he's throwing them quick, fast, sharp, and they sting. Like, they definitely hurt. Just because he doesn't have these big muscles doesn't mean it's going to hurt when he's going to punch you like that. Like, he's going to have some whip and some sting on these punches, and his kicks 100%. My only concern with Nabil Anand is, like, he's got, like, his legs are so skinny. Like, he's throwing these kicks hard, but, like, dude, at what point does, like, you throwing these, like, leg kicks hard, like, damage yourself or break something because you are, like, again, so skinny? But he's landing, like, leg kicks, low kicks, high kicks, 1-2s, everything with, like, they sting. Like, they're quick, they're fast, and being quick and fast with that range is, like, honestly kind of goated. I think where Nabil Anand would come into trouble is in, like, a Muay Thai fight where you are allowed to clinch, because in one championship it's like clinching for like 3 seconds where you're allowed to clinch non-stop. And if you ever wanted to transition to MMA, like, his striking is really good, but just having that tall and, like, not very muscular frame, once somebody gets you down, you're gonna have no chance of getting back up. But he's not in either of those sports, and he's not doing that. So it's working really, really well for him. Anytime Superlek tried to close the distance, he was getting hit with knees, he was getting hit with 1-2s, he was getting clinched and then separate, and Nabil Anam was just piecing him up on the outside pretty much the whole fight. And even in the clinch, Nabil Anam was landing some really good knees. But, dude, crazy win for Nabil Anand. He pretty much put Superlek out twice. He dropped him. He was like the only person to ever drop him. Dropped him with a beautiful knee. And dude, Nabil Anand's a dude. He's a hard dude to deal with, man. This guy is vicious. So, and that range is like you're never ever gonna find somebody to spar with that's gonna replicate that. And this is the last fight of the day we're gonna break down because I've never seen Nadaka Yoshinari fight. He fought Erawan, but dude, Nadaka Yoshinari for atomweight for 115, dude. Wow, this is the best striking I think I've seen probably in my life. So if you guys don't know who Nadaka Yoshinari is, you should go watch this fight because holy shit, his striking is insane. I've never seen anybody so fast, and I looked at his one championship interviews and stuff like this after watching the fight. And in the interviews, he's like, I know I can go speed for speed with absolutely anybody, and my God, can he? He's so fast, he's so technical. He can't, like, you think, okay, this guy's faster than me, he's piecing me up on the outside, he's like hitting me with everything. I gotta close the distance. Like, there's nothing else I can do. Whenever Rakurin tried to close the distance, Nadaka Yoshinari's footwork is insane. He was just out. He was taking a corner, hitting with something crazy, moving off. Like, there's no beating this guy. Like, I always think, because I walk around like 140, 145 now, and I'm like 5'4", these guys are 5'5". I'm like, man, at 115, like, there's probably not too many like scary guys. This guy, I mean, both of them are really good fighters and both of them are scary, but this Nadaka Yoshinari dude, he is next level when it comes to striking, when it comes to power, when it comes to speed. And dude, I wouldn't fight this guy ever, man. I would put this guy striking up against anybody in the MMA 125 division in UFC, and I think he would come out on top. Honestly, I really do. His striking is by far better than. It's insane. His striking is insane. So good, so crisp, so technical, and he's just in, he's out, he's cutting angles. Everything that he's doing is perfect with next level speed that I've never seen before. Anyways, he gets the knockout in round 3 with an amazing just left hand straight down the pipe, and what a great fight from Nadaka Yoshinari. And I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. I started following him on Instagram, and maybe we'll do a whole YouTube video breakdown on him. Hopefully they do like a atom weight like Muay Thai, like kind of like build up this division and have him at the top, because it would be really cool to see him fight more often and in big event spots. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. We're not going to do a whole lot of one championship breakdowns, but I really did enjoy this fight card, and I thought it was kind of a stacked fight card to not break down and throw up on the channel. Also, a lot of people probably won't do a little fight breakdown for one championship, so I figured every once in a while when there's a big card, we'll do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Deuces.